It was brilliant. Mwah. Well done. Good luck.
It was a fantastic exhibition. I'm bringing as many people as possible. Well done to Ada.
I thought it was fantastic.
Amazing initiative that definitely should be taken forward. Artists, general public would definitely get inspired by this.
The Association of Dance of the African Diaspora is presenting a groundbreaking photographic exhibition representing the presence of black dance in Britain. This is the result of a 3-year project focusing on celebrating the heritage of black British dance. The exhibition opened on the 25th of October 2006 at the Theatre Museum in the heart of London's West End. It is now touring at the People Centre in Leicester. The exhibition outlines 60 years of black British dance history. It explores the achievements of black dancers and dance companies, their efforts to gain recognition and acceptance as professional contributors to theatre, dance and performance in Britain. The exhibition has toured the East Midlands region and has been seen by over 50,000 people. The ADAD website had over 300,000 hits and more than 200 people attended dance workshops and oral history events over the past year. The new generation finally had the chance to meet with those that had paved the way before them and reflect on their heritage.
It was a really inspiring exhibition and I think it should be seen more and taught more to a lot more venues. Well done, thank you. I'm really happy to be part of this occasion and to be supporting ADAD, and I hope to see much more of black dance in Britain.
I enjoyed looking at the pictures and they were quite informative, and for me as an older person, this is my first visit to this place and I'm sure I'll try to come back.
The exhibition starts with early pioneers of the musicals from abroad. Buddy Bradley was an American choreographer for numerous London West End musicals between 1930 and 1967. One of them is the musical adaptation of the West End hit Evergreen. This is when Buddy Bradley received a full program credit. Buddy had a long career in Britain, working with well-known artists such as John Buchanan and Bruce Forsyth. The exhibition also highlights the work of Katherine Dunham, a talented American choreographer and anthropologist who contributed to the acceptance of black dance as a theatre practice in Britain.
It was born out of suffering.
Ms. Dunham came with her company in 1948 and performed for 2 weeks at the Prince of Wales Theatre in London in the Broadway extravaganza, A Caribbean Rhapsody. The program was such a success that Dunham's company toured England for several months.
Where mothers' little babies were torn from their arms.
Othello Strozier, one of the original dancers, was there. She joined the Dunham Company at the age of 15, and after more than 40 years, she is back in the UK to meet with young dancers and share her memories.
Of course, this was a hard time in Memphis. Everybody's pushed back in a little corner. If you're black, you get back. Mm-hmm. And, well, of course, there are some people, as things begin to grow, some people said, we don't get back. And that was my professor and the woman I worshipped, Miss Dunham. She says, we gotta go, we gotta show what we can do. And therefore, she came through with the company to St. Louis. And I thought, that's what I want. I gotta get to New York. I gotta join this company. That was my goal. I scrubbed floors, I did everything. I tap dance on the street, and I got to I got to go to the school with a scholarship. My experience at Miss Dunham, what she bought, what she did with Balanchine and all these people. She was the one who opened the doors for black people. She is it. And I was there. Hallelujah.
Othello was invited with Michaela Leslie Rule by Adad during the exhibition launch to introduce aspiring dancers to the Dunham technique. The exhibition also looked at some of the British dancers of African and Caribbean heritage who performed for mainstream companies between the 1960s and the 1990s. Dancers such as Namron, Kathy Lewis, Sharon Ray, Kenneth Tharp, Brenda Edwards, Corinne Bogard, and Paul Liebert became role models, performing for companies such as English National Ballet, London Contemporary Dance Theatre, and Rambert. These dancers affirmed the contribution of black artists to the British cultural framework.
Hi, thank you Ada for an absolutely fantastic exhibition. It's brilliant to see our history captured in the way that you have. I'm really, really pleased to have all of those people reflected, going way back, and to see that the history of black dance didn't start any time now, but started way back when with the early pioneers. You've done a brilliant job. Thank you.
It was a great privilege to be here and to meet with some of the previous dancers who inspired me when I was growing up. I'm looking forward to coming again and watching it, looking at the exhibition again and bringing lots of people along.
Hi.
We want to say thank you.
Thank you very much. You didn't read personally, I didn't really realise how much it was appreciate it and work for it, and just gives us a lot of opening for us as future dancers.
It
And
will be
hopefully
us on the
on the
posters.
wall,
Yes.
hopefully one
Soon it will be us.
But yeah, thanks,
Thank you very
Ace.
The exhibition also looks at some of the first black dance companies formed in the 1970s and 80s in the UK. Most were supported by government organisations involved in social welfare and ethnic minority issues, rather than by arts organisations or traditional art funding institutions. The first funded professional black dance company was the Mass Movers, supported in 1977 by the Minority Arts Advisory Service. Mass Movers was led by artistic directors Everil Puckren and Greta Mendes. Adad invited Greta in October 2005 during Black History Month to celebrate the achievement of black dance artists and their companies.
There were no companies at that point that was doing that type of work, that was linking all of those different cultures together. It wasn't my concept. It was a concept started by Everett Puckren, myself, Louis St. Just, Jan Murray, Ray Collins of Harlem, and I came into it to create this company, which I think gave rise to a lot more black dancers going to get that level of training. So therefore we have the Sharon Rays of today. And Mass Movers, although it lasted a very short time, I left before you came. I know.
The Jido Pan-African Dance Ensemble was started in 1975 by artistic director George Zikunyu and had a strong repertoire of traditional African dances. Ajido toured main stages, drawing in large crowds for 20 years. Judith Palmer was one of Ajido's principal dancers for 6 years in the early 90s.
I felt like I was part of a resource for African traditional dance. It was amazing. I think never to be revisited again, an experience in my life that I would treasure forever.
Meanwhile, in 1978 in Birmingham, Bob Ramdani founded an African Caribbean dance company called Kokuma Dance Theatre. Jackie Guy joined the company from Jamaica as artistic director in 1988.
And my intention was to kind of have a balance. There was a Jida down in London which strong traditional African dance. And I felt that what Kukuma should do is not necessarily just do the traditional dance, but to kind of fuse and synthesize. Whatever we learn, we bring it back. What we try to do is keep the essence of it.
As the awareness of black dance companies increased, a group of 5 young men in Hare Hills in Leeds got together and formed Phoenix Dance Company in 1989. Phoenix was characterized by the enthusiastic and powerful movement of strong young black men who became role models for young black boys in the North.
The exhibition is wonderful and it represents everything about black dance in Britain. But remember the number of years that we still have ahead to make other things possible. Thank you very much for the experience.
The last section of the exhibition looks at the development of dance companies and choreographers from the late 1980s and early 1990s. They created pieces which defied modern, traditional, African and Western dance by fusing genres. It was a new generation of artists searching for their identity.
There are lots of hungry young people in this country there who were searching for identity. When we first came, it was identity that led a lot of people to do African or black dance. And I thought, well, if these people are searching for identity, what do they do with their identity? How do you look for identity in dance? First and foremost, you have to know who you are and where you're coming from. They need to have a very good grounding in African dance. Once the foundation is made, then it becomes easy, I think, for them to develop from there.
It's a journey that we take people on, and I think that the youth of today are taking people on the journey that they see in front of them. And yeah, they might need ballet, they might need tap, they might need jazz, they might need the handprints of music that we've suffered and we've gone through to use. They should be able to use any of these handprints.
Caribbean dance companies such as Carl Campbell Dance Company 7 and Irie Dance Theatre produced shows that drew a large following in the 1980s. The rousing jazz and tap routines of the jiving Lindy Hoppers wowed audiences for over 20 years. Other young inspirational companies such as Union Dance Company, Jazz Exchange, Bullies Ballerinas and the Carol Straker Dance Company graced Britain's main stages throughout the 1980s and 90s as artists experimented with new forms and aesthetics.
So this has been fantastic for me to see for myself and now to spread the word even further. And it's so fantastic to be in the surroundings of all the dancers and the people who have come before me.
My name's Leroy, and I would just like to say that I've been very inspired today. Me and all the choreographers that I've obviously I've worked in, not in my generation, but the generation before me, and it's great to see what's been achieved, and I feel really inspired.
Giving us a view of what we can achieve if we put our minds and heart and soul into.
Definitely.
It's a challenge, and it's amazing for me. For example, I've never kind of seen this what I've done before, and just to see the boundaries pushed to the limits and being able to express just from me, which is amazing. So
yeah. Basically, I'm really inspired, and I will be a legend.
Yeah, you'll
so
see us. You'll see us with choreographers. We'll be a message.
Just to say, Adan, you are definitely what the APD sector has needed from eternity.
And long may it continue.
And long may it continue.
Adad hopes that these stories will continue to live on, and that this exhibition will prove to be but a small first step on the long journey towards uncovering the past to the present generation. They need to know who and what has gone before in order to truly represent the black aesthetic of the future. Dick Matchett, 2006.
This is Jean.
And this is Laura.
Hi, Adad. We would like to thank you for inviting us this evening.
Yes, it was very good.
It has enriched our knowledge of black dance in Britain, and to see everyone in the same room together.
Some people I haven't seen for nearly 10 years.
And what was that like, Jean?
It was like walking back in time.
The atmosphere was ecstatic.
It was brilliant. It was absolutely. Did you see Namron?
I did.
He was great. He was great.
It was fantastic. Spirits are high.
I would like to have seen some of them do a few steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have loved to have seen a
we
few
want
steps.
a display.
But look, now Laura, you did African dance at Surrey.
I did do African dance at Surrey.
Now doesn't this make you feel proud?
It does make me feel, and it makes me feel proud to be a part of it, and to know, and it really makes me value my experience of having experienced African people's dance during my time at Surrey.
You were a part of this.
Yeah,
you were
absolutely.
And you have to write it up as well.
Exactly, and it's going to be an exciting journey. And I'd like to think it as a journey, Jean, because I think that's what it is. Everyone who I've spoken to tonight said this is the beginning of something great.
It would be wonderful. It would be wonderful.
It will be wonderful.